Hello YouTube. It's another vlog on another day. It is actually Tuesday night. I'm in an interesting mood. I got really inspired to start the outline on my future book, and I'm so excited because I feel like all these things that I've been hoping to do that have been on my bucket list are things that are finally either A, they're like hitting me hardcore where I'm thinking this is exactly what I'm gonna do, or B, I'm just in that place in life where it's like it's finally time, you know? Or it's just things that I've always wanted to do and try out. And so yeah, my book, I will definitely reveal it to you. I have chosen the title, I have chosen the premise of the book. I thought I saw something on my arm right now. And I made a mock-up with an old picture that kind of actually really fit what I am talking about. So it's just on Photoshop right now. I didn't get to like take a picture or anything, but I tried to put my name around, and it is called To Be Known After Loss, Rejection, and Social Anxiety. So that is the title of my book, and in case anyone's watching this has no idea who I am, I'm a photographer, videographer, musician, singer. Sometimes I act on my own videos. I'm basically someone who likes to do a lot. I also love writing. When I was about 15 years old, I wrote a book, and it's called True Love Waits because of my purity ring. I think I changed the title, but when I was 16, I got a purity ring. I currently wear a new ring, which kind of keeps the creepy peeps away, and it's like, all right, nobody mess with me. That's basically where I'm at today. That's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to say that I remember writing that story when I was 15, and why are you focused on the background? When I was 15, I wrote a book, and it was about how I met my future husband. I made everything up. I just kind of imagined how that would be and everything. I've always had it in me to write, but I kind of moved away from writing fiction, and now I really want to write a nonfiction, but more of a personal piece. Since I like to read a lot of books, such as, I have not started on this book, but I did buy it in hopes I could read it probably over break. It's called Uninvited, and it's an encouraging book. It's an inspirational book for anyone who's felt either invisible, unloved, lonely, sort of things like that. It's not like I'm saying I'm lonely or anything, but there are many times in my life I felt like no one really noticed me. That ties me into this book idea that I have. I'm gonna relax because I'm like so tired. I'm always tired. I had a headache today. So To Be Known is basically what I want to write about, and I kind of just want to say this, put this out there, because this whole YouTube thing that I wanted to do again for a year, despite the fact that I've failed many days now. Either way, I want to be able to document like every important moment that happens in my life. And what more important thing to say than I just decided exactly what my book is going to be about and what I'm going to write about. And it hit me when I realized there's been a repetitive emotional moment that I have gone through for many, many years, and it has been affected, like this part of me has been affected through many different things I've gone through, but I've always come to this one thing. And everything that I do, all my talents, everything that I'm doing in my life, somehow it did in fact lead me back to this idea of the want to be known. Now at first I thought I'd title it Wanting to Be Known, and then I thought, it's a little long, and then I just remember sitting there, this was probably like an hour or two ago, and I thought, To Be Known. And it just hit me, and I thought, this is gonna be the title, this is the title, I don't care what anyone says, this is the title. And then I thought I'm gonna put Stephanie Ann. My mom gave me her middle name, so it ties me to my mom, and my first name ties me to my dad because I was named after him. We'll see how that goes. Either I stick with Stephanie Ann and keep that going because that's what I built up for my name, or I put in my last name and just to honor my dad. So who knows? Either way, I'll be honoring him by the fact that he's going to be in this book. In case, you know, you're interested in this book and you're like, well, what the heck are you going to write about? Like, what do you mean? Like, come on, is it going to be inspirational? Or I do hope it's inspirational because it's going to be a very personal approach at, you know, this book is going to be all about everything that I've gone through that relates to this subject and what I've done to encourage myself. And let's just hope that maybe there's something like a really great ending for the book by the time that I write it. So right now I'm just doing outline, but I definitely want to finish school, and I just want it to be that sort of like journey of 26 years of life, you know. And if I could, I'd love to publish it by the time I'm 27. That could help me out in pushing myself to write it and get it done. But I feel really inspired to write it, so I know it can happen. I know I can probably write this within the next few months once I start after graduation. Well, I might start earlier, but what I mean is like once I really start and have time to do it when I'm not in school, and then I can, you know, have someone look over it and have some editors and stuff like that. And then I don't know if I'll self-publish or publish through someone else. It's funny though, because if you know me, you'd probably guess I'm most likely gonna self-publish, because I tend to do a lot of self stuff like self-employment, self-portraits, everything. I might as well self-publish just to say I did, you know what I mean? But the funny thing is I'm probably gonna design the cover by myself, and I'm probably gonna take the picture by myself, just to make this a completely original book that is written with love and everything by someone who knows exactly how this feels. My hopes for this book is that someone someday is gonna read it, and hopefully, fingers crossed, they're gonna read it and relate to it and cry if they need to and just be known with me. Just to give like a really quick kind of guest synopsis here, I may or may not change the subtitle. I may change that part, but so far I'm alright. It reminds me of what exactly I'm, you know, trying to say. So after Loss covers like the many best friends that I lost when I was younger and the many times I had to move on. I don't know if I should tie in move on into the subtitle, but so far it kind of goes with, I guess, loss. But anyway, and then there's rejection, because that's been a huge thing in my life. Oh my goodness, like we're going on 9 years. Not currently I don't currently feel rejected. I mean, it was like rejected and done and over with when my relationship like ended. It was like, oh, you rejected me, you moved on, now I'm moving on. Now I'm moved on and not currently being rejected that I know of. Loss covers losing best friends, but it also covers losing my dad, and that's going to be a huge thing in this book, because my dad was someone that like really loved knowing me. Like, me as his daughter made him so happy, you know, and my sister too. And so that's going to be in there. And then rejection's going to cover my two main rejections I've had in my life that have really changed me and shaped me. And then social anxiety, I thought might be the word I'll go with. Words. You know what? Social anxiety has been a huge thing. Plus, that's that one thing someone could look at and be like, I have this. I wonder if I relate. So that might stay on there. But social anxiety will cover just kind of reasons why I was a quiet, shy kid, and, you know, kind of reasons why I got into situations I did. Kind of ties back to social anxiety. When I was around people, I had the fear of rejection, which led to it. And the reason why I had a fear of rejection is because I had a lot of loss. And it's like it all kind of just made me into this person who I realized in the end just had this really deep desire to be known. And I feel like God allowed me to go through this journey for something beautiful, especially with the fact that like my business that I want to start. Oh my gosh, listen to this music. I want to start this business, and I just want people to be known. And I know what it's like to not be known, to not feel like you're known. Just kidding. I was just trying to make it dramatic with the music, but that's what I want to do with this book, with my business. Everything just kind of is coming into this full-on like, oh my goodness, I know exactly what I want to do. And you know, the crazy part is that I feel like there's just going to be one huge thing in my life, whether that be a person or an opportunity or something. It's like all these years of rejection and the right person at that time but not for later, sort of whatever the case is, you know, there's that. And then, you know, losing my dad, and then losing friends, and then, oh my gosh, this music is gonna make me cry. And then like having social anxiety on top of that, and it's thinking, why did I go through this? What the heck, what was the point of that? And I just feel like there's gonna be just this huge out of nowhere change that's gonna occur in my life, almost like a reward for enduring all this time. And for me, I'm just hoping that that's like something I can add to my book, that there's going to be something, you know, I'm kind of hoping like I will be able to include the success that I've been, you know, the success over the business, because I'm really praying and hoping and trusting in God on that one. And since I plan to write this after graduation, you know, who knows, it might just, something might happen at the time of writing it, and it's just like finally get to this point of really truly feeling what it feels like to be known. That's my hope. Also, I am really curious as to what this song is called, because it fits what I'm talking about. Okay, it's called And the Light is Forever by Kevin Kern. This is so pretty. I'm totally obsessed with piano music. I could sit at a piano for hours. Like, my dream is to have a house with a big enough room, like extra living room, with lots of windows, like preferably in the corner of a house, so it has like windows on 2 walls, and a lot of light coming in, and a white grand Yamaha piano. Yamaha! My dad was a Yamaha fan, so that's the meaning behind me wanting Yamaha, and white is just pretty. I used to want black, but now I realize that white is so bright, and I love bright things for photos, so black is very classy though. Maybe I'll have 2 pianos. But yeah, that is a little bit of an insight to the life of Stephanie Ann and her book and all the things that are coming. And I'm so excited because I had no idea that I would finally decide what I'm going to write about, because I know it was on my list. Hey, I'm going to write a book. I never knew what it would be about, and now I do, and I'm so excited. Okay, I'll calm down now. I honestly am so excited for the people I'm gonna meet. It feels like I'm getting really close to meeting like the next most important person of my life. That's what it feels like. I don't know who will be my first person to like love me unconditionally. We will see. We will see. Join me in the next chapter of Stephanie Ann. Bye.